I'm Elena Dubinets, and I came here to London through many places. I was born in the Soviet Union, in Moscow, the capital, and then I spent almost half of my life in the United States, and just about 2 years ago I came to London. Music has always been such an essential part of who I am and what I do and how I live my life. My mother decided that I should study an instrument when I was 4 years old, and somehow my parents landed on the idea of the piano for both of their daughters. So I started early. I was probably rather gifted because when I was 14 years old, I was accepted into a college for the Moscow Conservatory, which is still considered to be one of the best music conservatories in the world. I was really lucky to be surrounded by the amazing teachers and people in the world that can be very difficult and competitive. But somehow my experiences were always very pleasant and enjoyable, and I just can't imagine my life without all of this. And then when I was already married and had 2 children, my husband got a job in the United States, and we moved there, and I ended up in Seattle in the Pacific Northwest, which is, so to speak, across the pond from Japan. And there are many Japanese people living in Seattle, and to that extent many people from the rest of Asia as well. And in Seattle, I first came in very close contact with the Japanese musical culture because we organized annual concerts completely related to Asian music, Asian classical music. So when I moved to London to become the artistic director of the London Philharmonic Orchestra, this was an element that I was missing quite a lot. And when this project, the competition for a new composition about Kyoto came about, I really was very happy about it and genuinely excited to get back to be able to get back to that sound world. I have never been to Kyoto before, and I'm beginning to study the submissions for this competition, the proposals from the composers, and I'm learning from them already because all of them obviously have researched stories and situations and history of Kyoto, and it's been quite exciting and very interesting to look at this fabulous city through their eyes. And I have been very much looking forward to witnessing with my own eyes that incredible nature, the mountains, the gardens, the history of that place that is reflected in its architecture and temples. And of course there is music dedicated to Kyoto as well, and I have heard that sound world before, but I haven't experienced it with my own eyes and ears just yet, and I'm really very excited about visiting Kyoto myself later this year. I personally get touched by the situations when for these composers writing that piece is an absolute necessity. They cannot go without it. They get so excited that they would do it anyway, even if they're not selected. And we have received a number of proposals stating just that, honestly. And this is what drives me, when people show their passion about something. This is really incredible. And this passion can be, in our case, it can be about Kyoto itself, it can be about its history, its beauty, about its people. It can be anything, really, but as long as it's not cold, as long as it touches my heart in the first place, because I'm the reviewer, and then the hearts of audience members, I believe that it can work and it can stay in the history of music.